This is the week 25 vlog.
What?
I thought of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it.
25.
So week 25 started off on Sunday with speaking club as usual. In between speaking clubs, I actually helped a new teacher at the company give out flyers again. So I was back outside handing out flyers, but this time of year it's a lot colder, so my hands were freezing and I only gave out I think 4 across the span of like an hour. After handing out flyers, I had gone inside of McDonald's in order to send a message to the teacher because we had gone separate ways and we were supposed to meet back up together. And inside McDonald's, while I was trying to get in contact with him, I was standing by a door and a little girl with her family walked in, and she looked up at me one time, and I saw the corner of my eye, but I didn't really pay much attention, but I saw her still looking. So I looked down at her, and then she like looked away, and then she walked a couple of steps and looked back again. I looked at her again, and then she walked 2 more steps and then turned and looked and leaned back one last time, and then I looked, and then she kept walking. It was a really funny thing because I guess she was just trying to like verify, like, is he, I don't know, is he real, or like is he actually like looking at me, or I don't know what, but that was a really funny moment there. And then after speaking club, I went on a walk with my friend Luda, who you saw in a video before, Sophisa Square. So her and her friend, we went walking and we had Cinnabon, which was pretty nice. Ukraine does have Cinnabon, so that's a very nice treat. So we did that. That was really cool. And then on Monday, I finally made an intro, which you guys obviously saw in last week's video. And it was really nice because I was hoping I didn't have to do too much work to make an intro, because I don't really have the funds to, invest in software per se. So I did find a online website that has templates and stuff that you can use. So it's not totally unique. I mean, I guess somewhere out there in the YouTube universe, someone else has a same intro that I do, or at least that template. But either way, it's a cool one, and I got approved by my boy Eddy. Eddy, I'll link his Instagram accounts in the video. Eddy is a dope photographer, dope videographer. He has a good eye and he tells really good stories. So yeah, shout out to Eddy for that. But he gave me the green light, so I used the intro, and now I'll see what I'm going to do about the outro, because I'm still kind of on the fence about that.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
So later in the week on Wednesday, I was at class, and when I walked into the class, I had my jacket and my hand warmers with me. So I walked in, and the kids see my hand warmers, and they're immediately saying, Adidas, Adidas, Adidas. And I'm like, wait, because it's Under Armour.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Under Armour. And these kids are at the top of their lungs practically, Adidas, Adidas. And I didn't want to correct them because, well, one thing was that I completely threw off the flow of the class apparently, and these kids were now obsessed with my hand warmers. But also, it was just so wrong. And they have Adidas here, so I don't know why they were wrong. But anyway, I guess they were happy I looked kind of athletic, maybe. So that happened. And then the next day, on Thursday, I made another surprise visit to my favorite class. And it was a bit shorter than anticipated because I had some delays and stuff in getting over there. But anyway, I swung in and saw them, and we talked about Valentine's Day for a little bit. And one girl has a boyfriend, but everyone else is single. So I was just like, does anyone have Valentine? They're like, yeah, no. Valentine's Day in Ukraine is more reserved for actual couples, I guess. So you don't really have like this general Valentine's Day thing where almost anyone can hop in. It's kind of like if you're in a relationship, then sure, but if you're not, it's kind of like whatever. So that was something that I learned on the fly. But yeah, it was cool to see them again. And then after my last class on Thursday, I was at the train station talking to one of the students, and we were chatting, and a train had already gone to the station and people got off, and it was waiting for, you know, the few seconds, and a guy came running, bent around the railing, and he got up to the door, and it closed at the last second.
You gotta be quicker than that.
And we were watching it, and we're like, oh, dang, that sucks. Then, you know, he stops and kind of accepts defeat and takes a couple of steps back and starts walking away to a place to stand. And then for a split second, the doors crack back open, and he seizes and lunges. He puts his whole foot and ankle out towards the door, and it shut again just before his foot gets there. This man sacrificed his ankle for this train and ended up missing the train twice. And I was so hurt because that feeling of like, dang, I failed. And then you have that door of opportunity, yes, no pun intended, open again. And then it closes in your face a second time. I was hurt, like deeply. I felt pain for that man. And he just like pulled out his phone and started like weekly texting or whatever he was doing. But yeah, that's a rough one. So that happened. And also on Thursday I got paid. So on Friday morning I went on a shopping spree of sorts. Just got different things that we needed, like knife sharpeners and new broom for up here. But I did that stuff, and then I was just relaxing until our speaking club. And at the speaking club on Friday night, I also did Valentine's Day. Got people to talk about like who their first love was, and like any funny stories and stuff. A couple of the guys said that they had girls fighting over them because like at summer camp. And then I told a story of the time I got mad at summer camp, which maybe I'll save for another video at some point. But yeah, summer camp leads to bad romantic experiences, I guess. But yeah, and then on Saturday, for children's church, I actually drew this cheetah. I mean, it's not my best drawing ever, but I feel pretty proud of it. I mean, like, you know, pretty nice looking cheetah there. Got the eye marks and everything. But yeah, and I got a sticker, because why not? But yeah, that's week 25. So next week we will be halfway through the year, or through, I guess, a year of being in Ukraine. So yeah, I'm still working on these languages. My tongue is confused at this point. I'm making 4 different types of sounds now using my tongue, and my brain and mouth are just like, can we please pick one and stick to it? And I'm like, just give it 4 months and then we'll decide what we're gonna do. So yeah, thanks to you guys for all the support, and I will see you guys. Peace.
I got 25 Bibles on my dresser, yes sir, gots to get saved. I got 25 Bibles on my dresser, yes sir, gots to get saved.